Alright, Busia, mo bibiara kwa abasonko so crowd by GH Politics Avenue. So, send a brain and my purpose so Ghana and political highway in the bedan. Sounds so na day and Saka no appear the best so munti, best so bibia so be a brain penatanas. No, I enjoy program no sonko so crowd. Ye boy ran the insimani go pimo ye Kevin Taylor na kache. And rather NPP communicator be the insembi we tuja. Emma Kevin Taylor ebo anjo so nti wa bobo bonadwene e de amano. MPP communicator yi beka say na omo pese omo de Kuffour Dr. Bawumia ne running mate said the be ya omo nya na omo amana kwetena nchen omo amana resign na omo di nipa foforo abesel we nam so ma Kevin Taylor ebo anjo so nti obobo na adwen epi echem say Kuffour na omo bu na nimtia onti ase da yen se obi abre pii ni nti ebebo wura nsem ni nkyerem na ansa na ebebo wura nsem ni nkyerem ni ebeso obi bia and then they can obey jumedi so be subscribe to our channel no like ya share ama afoforo so nsa ka jumedi pa ye do GH Politics Avenue so abusia yen se obi abre pii ni nti mo enko tie nsem ni nkyerem.
You are becoming like a flat-footed analyst. From that day, and a lot of people got to know, say, the hype was too much for no reason. A Baya Bedru Gold Board discussion on Newsfile. Whenever you spoke and contributed, people realized that what you were saying was not different from a JSS social studies teacher. There was nothing extraordinary that you brought into that conversation that people should sit and say your ideas or your contributions should be something that we have to strictly go by. No. You people imposed yourselves on us for a long time, and I believe that it's about time you came to that realization that you need to attach more common sense to you people, your discussions than the chew and pour. The chew and pour is getting too much. Chew and pour, any ya bedru ha. Ya di Ghana share Bawumia nsem. Chew and pour na Bawumia ne Kuffour ya na $1 could do 17. Majority of you guys calling yourselves intellectuals, you lost all your savings in our various banks. You lost it. Most of you are hungry and poor. DDEP. Because we were using textbook to run the nation, application of common sense was taken out. We used idiots to run this economy. People lost all their investment. We are back again. People are applying common sense and book. You all people still have an issue with that. How many countries in the sub-region have been able to turn their economy around like the way Ghana is doing? If even Ghana is doing the wrong way, don't you think other people would like to learn the wrong way to at least ease the pressure on their citizenry? That's what we are talking about. That's why from the beginning I was saying, I don't care how the NDC solved the problem. As far as the NDC keeps the dollar at 10, 11, 12, which does not cross 18, 20, I am fine. Because I don't have the capacity to go and make sure the dollar drops to 10. I don't have the know-how. I'm not an economist. I'm not a financial expert. I am not a businessman or a politician to make sure that works. It is their job. It is the job of the Bank of Ghana governor. It is the job of the finance minister. It is the job of the government to think. They need to do the thinking for us. So if they have been able to do the thinking for us, and today the dollar has dropped from 18 to 10, what is your issue with the exchange rate again? You don't live a free life. You have restricted yourself to some kind of timid life whereby so you look old. You people should live a free life a little bit. Just be free. Just live a normal free life. You people are all jacked up. You don't know what to do. It is not the simplicity and wearing long sleeves is not making you go to heaven or making you sound intelligent. It's about living a free life and speaking your mind. The chew and pour is getting too much. We are tired. It has derailed this country for too long. We need raw common sense applications near the Kabuki. You people cannot know everything. Why? Right. Whatever you are learning, learn better, because right now we are beginning to see you are weak-minded. You might be an expert in something, but you are not jack of all trades. It is looking like every single day I take my time to listen to you, you become vaguer and vaguer and vaguer. You are becoming more vague. And we are beginning to see all of you. Right now, when Kofi Bento speaks, I saw about them. You ask yourself, say, these were the people who we were listening to 8-9 years ago and taking decisions. Say, Kofi Bento Kasana, I saw about them. And you ask yourself, say, so how did we get here? These are very important things. Sometimes we have to start paying attention to these people. The narrative they want to place, they want to create an impression, say, the positives of this government, there's nothing happening. The government has done things government upon government have not been able to do. I was in Ghana this December. I saw excitement in the eyes of Ghanaians. I saw the excitement in the eyes of traders. I saw excitement in the eyes of contractors. I saw excitement in the eyes of ordinary people, hawkers on the street. The economy was alive. People are not as stressed as before. That is basic. And that is the job of and the responsibility of a government. That is what we are looking for and we are getting. Enough of the textbook, long talk, unnecessary jargons that does not bring anything to the table, does not change anything. You people had all these ideas. Bawumia, your friends, you were not able to run this country. We are not going to allow you people to use textbook to run this country again. We are not going to allow that. We are going to make sure people add common sense to what they have learned in school to run this nation. And that is what Akuffo is doing. That is what John Mahama is doing. That is what Sami Jemfi is doing. We are not going to allow you people to use 90% textbook. The textbook was written by some madman. So if you fail to apply the common sense, we are not going to allow you people to do that again. Now, we are reacting. We are reacting. If you have a problem, it's your own problem. Now, the next one is this. It's about Kesbin FM. And the Mitia Samuel Kesbin. It's a video. Let's listen. My catcher must say, it's a Mutia radio, Mutia TV. 90% of Mbranti Omti TV is radio. So, Anopebia, Omofa Edro. Dodo anonum weed. And weed. So, onum bonena and illegal drug. You weed a papa. Bebreno enum red. Bebreno are on drugs, hard drugs. Some are on heroin. Some of them, psychologically, they are not right. In this TV, one out to radio, one would see morning shows near the idea. Be very, very careful about what you consume. Now, this gentleman, almost some friend cigar, or said he made some astonishing statement on a year Kesbin FM. And on a show why the NPP is at where they are today. Why the NPP, Omumbua Santefo, and I keep telling you, they know where to pick, where to say what they have to say, because they choose their listeners. They assess their listeners, they rate their intelligence, and then they feed them chaff. Now, this is Kesbin FM, Mumiankotie, Asama drag addict we kind.
And you think you're activating that side of the whole thing, where we don't allow your vice president, your former president, stay, without doing anything. Now, ensure say you better appoint you to do certain jobs for the country.
Yeah.
So then we lock them down.
Yeah. Mama is secret to be.
Anna.
Who say Bawumia wanted to appoint President Kuffour as a running mate?
Really?
I'll tell you. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, he wanted to appoint President Kuffour as a running mate in 2024 elections. Chebia, who wouldn't understand this. At a point when NPP realized that Ashanti region is becoming a problem, where they shouldn't have been a problem, their strongest hold was fallen. They needed somebody that Ghana for Dono. Ghana for a bit me okay, this is a fresh beginning. As for this man there, I think this thing was discussed on Paul Adwochi's program. Good evening, Ghana. Because of that hint, so they were discussing even this provision. Say, President Kuffour to be a ban. Yes. So at the point they wanted to appoint President Kuffour. So we hear Germany Dr. Bawumia becomes a president. They show President Kuffour and reappoint another vice president.
It would have been possible, right?
Because you didn't continue to me.
Yeah.
So because Omoma can be a problem. It's President Kuffour there. So bit the Kumasi Jom. Yes, Kuffour there. Health insurance. Kuffour there. Free maternal care. Kokoma spraying. Metro transit. Kuffour school feeding. Kuffour wine. Metwaban. Mefakati bibian mato. Eto the 22 million we are President Kuffour is old. Obetimi akasema resign. You bet me declared incapacitated. Then no, I resign. Then they appoint.
Or say, or declare Kuffour incapacitated. Hey, Kuffour give it to. Hey, me see. So Kuffour we me see you pona. My catch level. Every before or say, or declare Kuffour incapacitated. I'm not going to me. Yeah, I'm not going Kuffour collection box. Every before, I'm Jimmy brutal. Boys, way, me see I'm no. Omo be declare me papa Kuffour incapacitated. Palatable man amo enkwasiafo small boys politics na yefo. Bawumia na wonya bebi na odi ni sika nto na odi amasa ankwasiafo we. Utina TV so tumi bie wa no ka asem we kira santefo. Oba na chim no wudo. Otumi bie na no e ka asem say ai na Bawumia na omone ne meeting no na Bawumia pese oyi president Kuffour say the vice. Na mo kasa inti asem we pa obetuma gina nkran aka. Na we bie na no say omo bia am de Kuffour kwaji tumi a na mo declare de incapacitated ko te say Kuffour da oye te say yakasa oye incapacitated a o te say kura ya do hwe obepai te say boys we kura nsan mu ade Kuffour yi mo be declare incapacitated me see we mu omo ye junkies we mu omo Jimmy. These are the people MPP4 are using to convince Ghana for say Bawumia and was here to abamano. How can a young man, and you see, they look at their listenership. Omo check it where santimemu. Sebio manisi sumina so. Cause before the one santifodu do so much Jimmy. Omo to me kenkain. Oh yeah, omo de omo no omo ye talk for nti yanka bibi nto omo ntirim. Nti nanka na wonim say Bawumia nanka peso yi Kuffour as his running mate. Na otwe so to say e go for yo. Omo Jimmy too. Omo Jimmy too. Ena omotiwo ena asanteman etie I know him nanka eyi Bawumia koyi Kuffour as the running mate because na asanteman your problem che say omotina radio so asantememu a omo asantefo nyina so omagimi omo no makonkran aba ono ne ko nkran na to UTV so nti omo maka nyina agimi yene akobe bi epowo nti yene anim de ka na utumi tina TV so we red fo we mo omo nom nuro we mo me drug addicts apeteshifo apeteshia de pragwaye no monom and potato mu kan omu kasagu so a untumi nye. Now how can you sit on radio on TV this statement alone kwa emayati asese Bawumia ni munyansa se Bawumia mba abontene ambeka say this boy should apologize to him then it means Bawumia kwa oni munyansa na say mo na mudi Bawumia chi 2024 no na Bawumia ohumu samu yankokọ na Bawumia person of Akuffo as running mate. This guy needs to come and prove to MPP Nia Santimai say asam na wo kan sha Bawumia kon no eye no kure fact pa original asam we so kan no that's say all the time and here say Bawumia nim nyansa no with all due respect ye nyina ye nim say J.A. Kuffour former president sebio class prefect kron to me nyan ne. And I'm not saying that in a bad way. I'm saying that because he has gone to that point whereby saying Kuffour, the vice president of America, he will tell you, I'm not going to do it. How much more an intoxicated, diabolic, dangerous, myopic, confused, ignorant, foolish, dramatic, inconsistent, pragmatic idiots, party. Your friend MPP. Why should Kuffour come and be the running mate of Bawumia? This boy, these people, they want to lower Kuffour ne respect for Ghana and the party. And I don't blame them. I don't blame them because Bawumia and Amomo yes anyoma we. Bawumia host ne Jimmy Chan guest no. Host no we Jimmy Chan guest had here.
And you think you're activating that side of the whole thing where we don't allow your vice president, your former president, stay, without doing anything. Now, ensure say you appoint them to do certain jobs for the country.
Yeah.
So then we lock them down.
Yeah. Mama is secret to be. Who say Bawumia wanted to appoint President Kuffour as a running mate?
Really?
I'll tell you. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, he wanted to appoint President Kuffour as a running mate in 2024 elections. Chebia, you wouldn't understand this. At a point when these NPP realized that Ashanti region is becoming a problem, where they shouldn't have been a problem, their strongest hold was fallen. They needed somebody that Ghana for Dono. Ghana for a bit me okay, this is a fresh beginning. As for this man there, I think this thing was discussed on Paul Watch's program. Don't even Ghana. Because of that hint. So they were discussing even this provision. Say President Kuffour to be bad. Yes. So at the point they wanted to appoint President Kuffour. So we hear Germany way, my Dr. Bawumia becomes a president. They show President Kuffour and reappoint another vice president.
It would have been possible, right?
Because you had the new quantity to me.
Yeah.
So because Omo Makani na be a problem. It's President Kuffour there. So bit ni kumasi jom. Hey, yes, Kuffour there. Health insurance. Kuffour there. Free maternal care. Cocoa mass spraying. Metro transit. Kuffour school feeding. Kuffour wine. Metro ban. Befakati bibian mato. To the quantity 2 million we are President Kuffour is old. Obetimi akasema resign. You bet me declare incapacitated. Obetimi akasema resign. You bet me declare incapacitated. Obetimi akasema resign. You bet me declare incapacitated. Then no I resign. Obetimi akasema resign. You bet me declare incapacitated. Obetimi akasema resign. You bet me declare incapacitated.
Just say
then
he go for you. Omo Jimmy o, omo Jimmy too. We mo no, omo nyani mesi pona. Any asobayre, pona ne asobayre. Any de ehwentia, omo won fa so chan before. Hwentia. Ade na friend hwentia no, e won fa so chan PP communicators. Hwenko asem ye oka. Ye ne declare papa Kuffour incapacitated. Na what ase ye? Ye fa Kuffour go to me ye declare incapacitated. Na Kuffour ka so incapacitated. Just the disrespect and the foolishness. The gross incapacitated in the form of disrespect. So, this is gross incapacitated in form of disrespect. It go for the GB. Now host it to oh wow. Now aqua we onyari anopa wanum codeine and a wabo ayedian mefie guso and a de red atoso and a wanuma petishi and a betina incapacitated. Now unim Poladomochi shows in the discuss here. You see where they get their information from. When they are discussing Ghana, it is all about MPP supporters on one santimemo. It's finished. That is all. That is all. When it comes to national discourse, you see them start big like this. They will circle it down. Almost it will end up with tribalism. Yeah, a party. When I will say NPP who say Asantimine, they were losing Asantimine. Asantifo inti de Kuffour be kire omo a Ghana be gi Kuffour atum o kasa Asantifo na be gi Kuffour atum anase Ghana, because at that point when the kaka kire say MPP who say no mu lose Ashanti region, Asantifo no vote no, KJTFO vote no, Edumfo vote no. Now how can you bring Kuffour and tell me say Ghanaians will accept Kuffour being the running mate to Bawumia? Now you insane. We Bawumia sankwaso. And you know the funny thing, and upon the Baconia BMO PZ, Namin call for EB, ready for no mugu, and they keep misleading, misinforming, disinforming, and not afe yet them. Until from 1992, was ya trying that the moi be seen there. Into the only thing the boy who and they say, hey, yeah, you're too for nana. But when it comes to the new world that comes with technology, advancement, building a nation, we say we are back. We are all the way back. Inti the only thing that yetumi ekreti sebio yade kata ye ferie ene sebio ye kuro na entumi nko denim ama sebio nkofo bi kase asante ye kurase no asantima ye kurase no, it is ye nyina yesum otumfo ye nyina yesum otekoko so. We respect otekoko so ye bo otumfo oyo hene kase, but otumfo at the end of the day you did not vote for otumfo said to Otumfo said to Odiakunya, and internet nana yebuno. But when it comes to your taxes that you are paying, you are not paying your taxes to Otumfo to build roads. You are not paying your taxes to Otumfo to build hospitals. You are not paying your taxes to Otumfo to come and build a factory, to come and change the life, build schools, build universities. Your taxes does not go to Otumfo, so you hold the people you have given your taxes to accountable that the taxes we paid to you. Because asantini bieni asantime mo tua etuoma otumfo. Enti debiano na development na yampese ebeka ho asem no and the oba asantime mu a kasa e wo se ye ka no ya kana hye and ye de nyoma bi akata ye ni wo so eni ntina bebi egina na egina no. And I'm not saying this from a bad place. I'm saying this from a place me nyini wa asantime so I understand. Hey, sometimes you are supposed to have some blunt, candid conversations in the Ashanti region. But nipa ni bi wo wa say omo be face the reality and the truth, you know, what they do is debiano na yakocha ote kokos ontuma nya rebekasa ya rebekata asem no so na de hia pa na wo se ye ka ema ne sesa asanteman imebunu abrabo no na ye de akata so. So it makes it difficult for Otumfuo to be a chief or a king, because at the end of the day the responsibility na e wo se ye gifri aban ho no na ya force we piam Otumfuo, but Otumfuo at the end of the day is not taking taxes from anybody in the Ashanti region. And it's a West Stadia into in some way I was say ka ebiane say before election 2024 na Paul Admotre MPP for Bawumia munya beka che mu say Kumasi ye ba be change airport needing aye an international airport. Imagine, it's almost a year and a half no international flight and Alando Asante Memu. This is a conversation we need to have. This is a conversation that we need to have. We need to be angry about that a political party, a government in office lied to the people of Ashanti. So if we can't sit and have this candid conversation, start asking the question and posing the questions to the people who deceived us. The NPP deceived us. And all their candidates are not even supposed to come to the Ashanti region to talk to anybody. It is about Bawumia Ashanti region. Now, who say nipa dinechia automatically, and I say subconsciously, about it seems some way Jimmy Mumudu do with all due respect, because omure fear na. Don't they remember anything? They see any kayana. That is where the problem is. Yensi antuma gufin abontene. Na entuma gufin so eye fin gu dem cha amafo beje say abodamfo ene den ye ne nyoma fin da. Nti at a point no nyoma fin no edos wane ye bie pia abontene ne aka no kore no na sebi ye dem so ate, because ye ntumi mfa ntuma fin ngu dem saa ebedu pempenso bi nya bebi na. Into obi twem abakase yedem bon obi twem abakase ada yaboda mana adentina yabo ntoma gufin agu dem a yeda abontene. That is what we are facing. So we raise the issue of Ashanti development. Some people, because they are uncomfortable, what they do is they go hide behind Otumfuo, and then they make it difficult for Asanteman to get development. That is the problem. She said how some people have turned against the Ashanti regional minister. Oya Santiniba, oya this year. Also, Sebio Osum Sekedja, why would Asantini have a problem with a young man who is trying to save Asanteman, to bring development to Asanteman, to make sure say to make sure say bridges say buyaye? Why do you think a political party, individuals who sit on TV, on radio, and try everything to destroy that man? It is because it is tough. It is difficult. And that is what Yania was Santimemo ya to Abama MPP no. That is our reality we need to face. Edru bebia ade shekura to me dwane na enkwa omako. Edru bebia I was see kan okure no se ne tie. The NPP omo deceiver Santimaya che. It is not me na mebeka no emamohu. All of you guys in the Ashanti region are most support to NPP. You know deep down. Mumubi mutu mubankran ya mutumi busa mo ho makume mu se enti ade we nyina bi ntumi ma santeme mu hwende nyoma esi won kran hwe development e koso won kran asenso boachi be road minister na otenkran na or commission adien an interchange or commission ayadien road na otenkran o twa homem se yenya kwan na yabodwa asantini ba this year odimokodi nchene ye man road minister when to me entwa humemu asantime man ka say yenye kwan 1 kilometer. This is serious. And at the same as Ensobuacha why say bentua ye be express road afa asantime mu also on tiase. This is what I talk about. Yenye ankasa na ye ku ye ho. Yenye ankasa na ye ma nipa bi ebu ya bomfia. Yenye na ye ma nipa bi efre ye say ye nkurasefo. We need to sometimes face the reality. Senke statica boankrasem enanka yamfa politics ambeshi shemanka say ye di nana kataso enanka ye honest with the NPP anka Boankra inland port anka NPP onko sanko mo ye 8 years ye twa homemu mpren miensa for 8 years nanka Boankra inland port sanka ye ya anka Santiman imebunu a ende bebie nya adwuma nya sebi ododogu PZ enum ndubone no kom nyina benya adwuma ye. Why are we doing this to ourselves? Why have we become people? We just don't want to face reality. So we are not supposed to do that. Today, because of politics in tea. Yeah, Kasa Kuffour Mube declare no incapacitated. Do you understand that word? This boy needs to apologize to the NPP. In fact, Bawumia needs to prove to us, say, Asama boy we kano, and yet no credit. Because you see, Bawumia tina na sponsor nkwa we na omu guni peni mase, omu didim peni fuatem, omu say a year party na, ayana a hardwini. How can you sit on radio, TV, and tell Ghana for say the NPP they will use Kuffour as a running mate and declare him incapacitated? Do you understand the word you are using? This is the meaning of incapacitated. When you read the meaning, past tense, incapacitated, past participle, incapacitated, prevent from functioning in a normal way. Omo de Kuffour to me now omo declare say he is not normal. He cannot function well. That is what this boy is saying. That or say, Kuffour to me, how can you bring a former president as a running mate? That's a big lie. Bawumia, did you make that decision? Did you think of even doing that? And secondly, how can you say you will use him to take power and declare him incapacitated? Then you want to tell us that after using him to get power, you cannot use him to do anything in a normal way. So Kuffour is a dysfunctional human being. And these boys are walking and saying, yes, ye campaign Bawumia, and you be sitting there and all these things are happening. Bro, for you see, 99% of us anti-mine for support to MPP. So be use sadio or nanaso over pasu ofia ububefu. So be bejina bantama, obejina safu. No show him because one nana kwesi kwatin. We will declare this man incapacitated. Wo, on tiasienti. Obeji say asem keto na waka na eti say obi a onte brofo ka say lumba nim nyom to chen Michael Jackson. If you say wonte brofo nti wa adwene say lumba onim nyom to chen Michael Jackson eni ntira na obeka sa asem no na say brofo we say wote ase a anka akwa we ka say obo be declare Kuffour incapacitated anka or say Asante Michael said no. You want to the disrespect, dysfunctional. Kuffour is not functioning in a normal way. You would declare him dysfunctional, unfunctional. Just say you would just see him as a disabled human being. You would declare him incapacitated. Who born dog? Fama money and twaso videos in baby or you jum. Ya jirem. Hey. Cha 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 cha. You are still live on Loud Silence TV. My name is Kevin Akobedu. It's exactly 9:54 p.m. in Ghana. We are blazing all platforms. Facebook, TV, radio, YouTube. Take every platform is blazing. We control. Now, there's another video I want us to react to. This issue about the defense minister in Ghana. And I followed this gentleman, your friend, Farouk Al-Wahab. And I think majority of the radios and TVs, of course, almost introducing him as an international relations expert or something like that. And I give him credit for that. And we came across a video where he was reacting to some security issues. And it was on Angel FM, Sadiq Adams, the host. Now, we listened to the submission. It came to the issue about the defense ministry, our security, and Al-Wahab has carried himself in Ghana or around the nation as an international expert, whereby as some see outside the borders of Ghana and in Ghana when it comes to security, international relations, he carries himself around and say he is an expert. He knows more than majority of us. So many people have not challenged yet the background. They have not challenged the number of meetings and assignments and what actually call.
All right, Abusia. So to me, Brenda Peniet and Asia. Let's say Kevin Taylor and the Buafu Dr. Bawumia and NPP communicator no then same because two jano ɛna madwempa na ɔmo wɔ ɛma ɛyɛ ex-president Kuffour. We nam so ma ɔkyerɛ mu sɛ ɛyɛ NPP foɔ no ɔmo hyehyɛ bia ɔmo bɛhyehyɛ bia in favor of my Ghana. Yes, so brave pain in the edwesi anum say GH Politics Avenue. So you better be behind and they can be me so be subscribe to our channel. No, I like ya say. I'm a for France and Saka Jimmy Pa. You do a GH Politics Avenue. So you so brave pain in the edwesi Amakram.